Hey everyone, Shelly here with Align My Practice. Welcome to another Wisdom Wednesday. I hope you are all having a fantastic January and ready to just crush 2025. Excited to be here with you today to talk about one of our new courses at Align My Practice and really the importance of not forgetting about your clinical team when you are doing training. I find very often when I go into offices, and I guess I'm guilty of this myself as a practice consultant and team coach, is that I didn't until now have a clinical only training. And yes, when I go into a practice and I am doing my new patient experience, it's all team because really the new patient success is not just the treatment coordinator. It's not just your admin team. It really is the entire team creating that amazing patient experience and getting that patient to be converted into accepting treatment. And in my new patient experience, all team training, we talk about everything from the new patient phone call to buzzwords and do's and don'ts and patient handoff and just really how to talk to them, how to really learn what the patient's goals and values are so that you can check all the boxes for them. And then basically your treatment kind of sells itself. So getting the team on board with all of that to really lay a fantastic foundation of success for the doctor and the treatment coordinator, as I said. So then the treatment really sells itself. But I've had over the years of Align My Practice, had clients ask me about clinical training. I do work a lot with ortho practices. That's kind of my baby, but I do work also with GP practices and pedo practices where they are either integrating clear aligners or integrating phase one orthodontics, or maybe they are hiring an associate orthodontist, and the flow and how to treat those patients, and clinically it's a different ball game, financially it's a different ball game. And I've had a lot of those clients ask me about orthodontic assistant training, because if you're an orthodontic assistant or you're a dental assistant, you know that when you go to that trade school, they talk about ortho like this much. They really don't talk about it. The tooth numbers are different, the x-rays used are different, and really understanding what orthodontics is all about. So you asked, I listened, I brought on the most amazing young lady, Courtney. She is my newest consultant and she is a whiz at clinical. She actually has more orthodontic clinical experience than I do. My clinical experience was really more in the GP space when I started my career a bazillion years ago. So I'm really excited. And Courtney and I spent last year really the bulk of November and December writing this amazing curriculum, really designed for either your clinical lead in the orthodontic office, or if you are maybe a startup practice and you hire a clinical assistant and they really don't know anything about ortho, we go through everything ortho, clinical, ordering, treatment planning, clinical notes, how to talk to patients, the different bites, the different types of treatment, and really what the overall goal is of that clinical assistant in the orthodontic space. It's so exciting. So please don't forget about your clinical team. If your clinical lead needs support on how to run a really top tip shape clinic, ordering, HR, onboarding, I think a lot of offices struggle with the training piece of clinical assistance. And what does that look like so that there's not frustration from the new assistant, or you might say things like, gosh, she's just not fast enough, so we're just not going to have her do debonds. We're going to have so-and-so do the debonds. What a disservice to that new team member. And what a disservice really just to your team as a whole. It's going to be harder on your team. So you need to make sure that you are giving all of your clinical team members the support and the proper training necessary in a really streamlined system so that they can get to where they need to be swiftly. And they're excited to be really a valued member of the team. And you're excited because you're not frustrated because they're not picking up on things quickly. If this sounds like something that you might be interested in, please let us know. You can either reach out to us through hello@alignmypractice.com. You can DM me here, or you can just reach out to Courtney herself and we can get some training on the books. This training can be done both on site, which is really fun. But if that's not an option for you and you want to just do a virtual Zoom training, we do offer that as well. The course is about 6 hours. I do recommend breaking it up into 2 half-day sessions, but this is something that we can do. Super affordable and a wonderful investment for your clinical team. So don't forget about your clinical people. They are super important and they are just like the working gears of your practice. I hope you have a great rest of your week and we will see you next Wednesday.